Love is blind, but the red flags are in 4K. We're one bad text away from crashing out in a probation violation. Welcome to Kinda Unhinged. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another Love After Lockup, Love During Lockup, Season 7, Episode 2. So we begin this episode with Emily still on the phone with Justin. And he just broke the news to her that instead of getting out in 3 months, he's really going to get out in like 18 months. So obviously both of them are upset. And he's worried that she's going to leave him. And she's saying that she's not going anywhere no matter how long it takes. Then we get introduced to a new couple, Aisha and Mikuel. And Aisha said that she saw Mikuel on Facebook and she slid into his inbox. And he said right out the gate he thought she was a scammer because she was like hitting him up, telling him how good he looked. And he went ahead and told her that he was locked up. And she said that she didn't see herself being with somebody that was locked up. But I guess she overlooked that because she wasn't having any luck with dating online. And Aisha is an interesting character. So apparently during the day she trains doctors on their equipment, but apparently at night she turns into everybody's mama and she is a rapper. So we got to see her at her opening mic gig and, doing her little rap. And we get to see her little entourage. And I'm gonna be completely honest. This came out of left field for me. I would not have believed that this woman was a rapper, but apparently she is. So then we see Monique preparing for her sisters to come visit her. She says that she hasn't told them very much about Titus other than the fact that he was locked up because she doesn't want a repeat of what happened with her relationship with Derek and how her sisters and his people got involved and they all fought. They got so bad that Derek had to put out a restraining order on her. So when they arrive, they decide to go out to eat, and of course they're skeptical of Titus because of the Derek situation. So he ends up calling on video call while they're out, and because they're outside like eating on the patio, there was a glare so they couldn't really see him. So they leave Monique at the table and they take the phone off to the side where they can actually see him better, and they're talking to him and they're like, well, what are your intentions with our sister? And he's like, I mean, love on her, I guess. And they was like, you guess? You need to be sure. And he was like, well, I'm focused on getting out and then, I'll handle that when I get out. And they asked him if he had told his child's mother about Monique. And he was like, yeah. And they was like, you seem like you're a little bit too unsure for us. We think we need to like pack her up and take her back home. And he was like, that's stupid, and hung up the phone. Then we get a segment from Titus where he says that he did not tell his child's mother about Monique, and she has no clue that Monique exists. And he only said that to try to reassure Monique. So we already know that's going to be some drama, and them sisters are probably going to be right in the mix. So then we see Damon setting up a meeting between Goddess and his mother because he wants them to spend time together and get to know each other. And his mom asked him about his relationship with Goddess and how serious they are. And he's like, well, I'm still trying to fill her out and still trying to get to know her. And she's like, well, what about Bonita? And that's the mother of his daughter, the one that he wants to be in the poly relationship with Goddess. He's like, well, she wants me to come home to her. She keeps saying she can't wait for me to come back. And the mom's like, well, yeah, she wants a family with you. Well, what do you want? And he was like, well, honestly, I'm torn between the two of them. I would really like a poly relationship. And the mom was like, well, you need to choose one or the other. I think the poly relationship went over the mom's head. She was like, you gotta choose which one you want to be with. And she was like, so what do you want me to do? And he's like, well, I want you to tell Bonita that they pushed my date back. And I want you to tell Goddess that I can't wait to come home to her. So this man got his mom in the middle of this drama with these two women. So then we get a segment with Bonita, and this girl is basically living in the Lulu land. She can't wait for this man to come home. She said that they've been on and off and he got all these other kids with these other women, but she doesn't care what he does when he's not with her, and he's never going to leave her and they're always going to be together. I mean, they're really setting us up for this crash out that is coming, and I cannot wait for it personally. She says that they got engaged before he went in, so she's feeling pretty secure in her spot right now. So his mom says that personally she would prefer for him to come home to Goddess because it's a new relationship, and the relationship that him and Bonita had together was very toxic. So she wants him to stay out of trouble, obviously. So she's feeling like Goddess might be better for him. So then we catch back up with Emily. She's still at work and she's talking to her new coworkers. And I have no idea why she feels the need to tell these new coworkers that she just met like a second ago about her man in prison and everything that's going on with him. So he calls again, and of course he's upset about his date getting pushed back, and he tells her that he wants to get married, and he wants to get married within about a month. And I think he's doing this because he's afraid that he's going to lose her. So he's emotional, he's almost crying on the phone. And then we hear this bell ring, and she's like, "Oh, babe, I'm sorry, it's the lineup bell. I have to go." So apparently, when they get a customer in, all the girls have to line up, and the customer gets to choose which girl they want. So he's literally crying on the phone, upset, and she's like, "Well, sorry about that, babe. Gotta go sleep with this man." So now we're back with Aisha. She's backstage at her performance, and she's talking about Mikuel's release date. And she said when she looked him up, it said that he had 999 years and he didn't have a release date. And he told her that the state of Alabama had lost his court papers. And her friend, the producer or whatever, is like, "That don't sound fishy to you? You think that they really lost his paperwork?" And that does not make sense at all. Like, they don't just lose people's paperwork and don't know when their release date is. That makes no sense. But she's like, "I need to get a lawyer so that I can get him out." And the friend's like, "You don't even know what he was convicted of." So when she gets back home, she calls her daughter and she's telling her about her performance, and she tells her that Mikuel said that she can come to Alabama and finally meet him and see his farm because he's a farmer. But she hasn't told her daughter that Mikuel is locked up because her daughter is a corrections officer and she knows that she will definitely not approve of this relationship. So when she gets off the phone, the producer, because she's back at home now, when she gets off the phone, here comes the producer and he's like, "You still haven't told her about Mikuel being locked up." And I'm just like, dude, why are you still here? At this point, you are just a hater. Like, you're probably right, but sir, go home. Why are you hanging around? Do you want to be with Aisha? He was getting on my nerves. So then we see Goddess and Damon's mom finally meeting, and they appear to be getting along pretty well. They seem to like each other, and she tells her that Damon wants her to go pick up his clothes and his jewelry. And Goddess is like, "Oh, well, where are they?" And the mom was like, "Well, I thought they were in storage, but apparently they're at Bonita's house." And Goddess is like, "His child's mother?" And she was like, "Yeah." And the mom was like, "How much do you know about her?" And Goddess is like, "Well, I mean, not much. I just know that they're not together anymore." And the mom's like, "Yeah." And that would have raised a red flag for me right there because she wasn't like, "Yeah, they haven't been together for blah, blah, blah." She's like, "Yeah, come on now, but love is blind." So. Then, of course, we get a segment with Damon calling Bonita, but she's at work, so she can't talk very long. And he just tells her that he misses her and he loves her. And his mom said that she's worried for when Bonita finds out. And personally, I can't wait until Bonita finds out. So then we check back in with Emily and she gets her first client. And he says that he is fresh off a divorce, so he thought he would come and spice it up a little bit. So she takes him to the BDSM room. Apparently, he wasn't tortured enough during his divorce. So she goes to change her clothes and she has like two missed calls from Justin and he's calling again. So she answers and she's like, "I got picked. I gotta go. I can't talk to you." And this man is in his feelings and crying. And he said that he doesn't know if he can handle her having this profession. And clearly you can't if you're doing all this crying. And I don't even blame him. I think he just wants somebody to come home to because he said that he's disgusted by it. So we end the episode off with Monique's sisters grilling her about Titus and basically telling her that she needs to reevaluate this relationship and asking her if this is what she really wants. And she's not trying to hear all that. She's like, "You guys don't know anything about him. I want to be with him. I'm grown. Y'all can't tell me what to do." And they go to leave, and then she falls out. And that's how the episode ends. So you guys let me know what y'all thought about it in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you want more Love During Lockup content, then go ahead and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
I'm not going to apologize to her. I'll tell you that right now.